Hi and welcome to another episode of me talking movies. Coming up today, Nobody. Yeah, that's the film, Nobody. Oh, fantastic action movie starring Bob Odenkirk. Who's he? I'll tell you in a moment. But I would say that was a highlight of 2021. It was released late in 2021 and we've watched it on repeat a number of times. So I'll tell you more in a moment. Hi and welcome to my channel, Me Talking Movies. Who's me? I'm Beverly. And I love watching movies and I like talking about them. And I just thought, why not share them with a wider audience? I'm no film critic or film reviewer. I'm just here to talk to like-minded people like myself, particularly when you're the older generation. You know, you sometimes want to hear from someone kind of around your age. So I'm saying the older generation, mature, kind of personally in my 50s. But what does that matter? Okay, it's about sharing what I love with you guys. So whilst you're here, if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. And whilst you're here, why not click that subscribe button? Subscribing just means it's like adding a favourite. Being a smaller channel, it just helps you find me a lot quicker because I'll be in your listing. If you click that notification bell, as soon as I drop a video, you'll get notification. And trust me, you only get one notification, you're not bombarded, you will not be spammed at all, so be reassured. The film Nobody was released last June. Now, I only came across this by another YouTuber. I think it was Flick Connection mentioned this film. Yeah, he's another YouTuber, fantastic reviews on films. He's really great at finding you films on streaming channels, so do go check him out. I've picked up a lot of stuff, lots of recommendations for Netflix and Prime. But yeah, I think he was showcasing this film and kind of watched the trailer and we kind of thought, oh, this looks quite interesting. So this was actually, so although it was released in June, I think we actually first watched it, I think it was just before Christmas when we watched it. I think I rented it from, here in the UK, we have Sky Channel, so rented it from the Sky store, and after we rented it, we decided to buy it so we can keep it. How can I describe Nobody? It's a fantastic action movie. However, if you start watching this and in the first, let's say 10 to 15 minutes, you'll be thinking, action movie? Did Beverly get this wrong somehow? Trust me, it is fantastic. Bob Odenkirk, who is he? To be honest, I'd not really come across him myself before. Having seen different things about him, he's probably been in films, but not to this kind of level. Now, if you're a fan of Breaking Bad, you'll know straight away who he is. And also his offshoot, he made a series called Better Call Saul. So let's come to the film Nobody. As I say, seems a bit mundane. You're following this guy and it kind of, initially you're thinking you're watching Groundhog Day because it's just showing his day after day in his routine. It's very much the same. On bin days, you always see him running down the driveway with the bin because the bin men have already gone. You know, it's like, oh. You show him sort of getting up, getting ready for work, waiting for the bus, being in the office. You know, he's an auditor, like an accountant. So it's just going through his run-of-the-mill day. Now, I'm not going to tell much more about the film, but let's just say the film starts off in first gear. Okay, 20 minutes in, it then ramps up to fourth gear, then fifth gear, without you realising it. Bob Odenkirk. Okay, when you watch this film and you see what he does. Okay, I read up about him and the training he did for this film. He trained for over 2 years for this film. And I also watched a video with him, I think it was on the Howard Stern show. He was actually saying this movie came about from a personal situation that happened to him. He had a home invasion. i.e. a robbery that took place. And he thought afterwards, oh, what could he have done? Could he have done anything different? So this film was sort of from that, but he trained for, as I said, 2 years. And there was a stunt actor that he trained with, I think called Daniel Bernhard. He's actually in this film as well. And Daniel, I've seen him in Hobbs and Shaw, which is like a Fast and Furious offshoot. Plus he's been, I think it's Atomic Blonde with Charlize Theron. So he's been in a lot of films anyway, but you see the training regime that he puts, a bit of the training regime that he puts Bob Odenkirk through. And Bob Odenkirk is now 58. He truly commits to the training. Now, someone personally who's in their 50s as well, I've recently started back my training at the gym. Yes, it's hard as you get older. However, if your mindset is right and I trained, I did athletics in my 30s for about 7 years. I went back and trained and competed in athletics in my mid-30s to my early 40s. So I've got muscle memory. So going back to the gym, yes, it's a bit harder now I've gotten older, but yeah, muscle memory is coming back and I'm keeping myself healthy to boot. So as I said, Bob Odenkirk, 2 years training for this film. And when this kicks up from first gear to fourth gear to fifth gear, you'll see why and what the training has allowed him to do. This film, from then on, it's action all the way through. But at the same time, you're thinking, this unassuming guy, how is he capable of doing what he can do? I can't recommend this film enough. Again, you like your action films. It's not necessarily like an action hero, but it's a thoroughly enjoyable action movie. I will say, yes, there's a bit of blood and gore in there, but only to the extent of a man defending his family. Okay? I'll try not to give too much more away. There's so many different connections, and you even get kind of a Russian kind of mob boss come in there. Okay, how did he come in? Again, you need to watch the movie. And it again kind of ends in the way with the man being with Bob Odenkirk's character being a little bit mundane. However, you'll see the twist in there. I think this little sneaky bit I'll give away. The best bit in the film for me is, is in a tattoo parlour, and somebody in a tattoo parlour cops a look at a tattoo that's on his wrist, and let's just say the tune changes towards Bob Odenkirk's character, and this guy says, "Thank you for your service, sir," goes into another room, and you just hear these locks go. He's hiding himself away, and you think, okay, right, that's enough. I'm not going to give any more away on this film. You need to go watch it. I think it's on, let me think. I think it's on Prime, but you can rent it. If it's not available as part of your Prime package, you can rent it on Prime. I think here in the UK, you can probably definitely rent it on Sky Store. I don't think it's on any of the streaming channels, but if it is, go ahead and watch it. Highly recommend. You will not be disappointed. And, if you're a bit like me and you kind of advancing age, you may want to go back to the gym. But yeah, that's all I've got to say on that one. So if you've liked this video, don't forget, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Until next time, take care.